Welcome back to, well, not the Carlisle Med Gym, but my basement. Like most people this week, we're self-quarantining from the coronavirus outbreak, but we still have a number of hip mobility drills that we wanted to get to you so that you can work on your hip mobility even at home. A few weeks ago, we left off with a few assessments that you can do from home or on your own that will give you an idea of what your hip mobility right now looks like. And so today we want to pick up with the first of our videos of exercises that you can do to improve your mobility. So today we're working on the straight leg raise. If you recall, the first assessment that we did was a straight leg raise in the doorway. And I said if you can't get your ankle up to the doorway or past it, then this is something you probably need to work on. So today I want to show you a few leg raise progressions that you can work on right now to help start improving that mobility. The straight leg raise pattern is such an important one for everything from the walking pattern to even more advanced when we get to running or going up stairs. Anything that you have flexion on one leg and extension on the other. So like I said, the walking gait or running pattern, we want to make sure that you have the mobility present and the control at the hips, the core, to be able to move through that without compensating. So if you're limited, we want to work on this. And the first one we're going to show you today is a straight leg raise with a strap or a band assisted. So I'll show you a strap or a band. Ideally, if you have a band, that will help because it gives you a little more variable resistance. But the setup for this, we're going to go right down on the mat. Loop this around the toe. You want it around the ball of the foot. And the only difference between this and just a normal kind of looking hamstring stretch is we want to really work on that active leg raise pattern and not just using our arms to pull the leg up. So if I lay down on here, feet together, toes flexed up, just like in the test we did. You're going to go with one leg raising as high as you can, and then as you get to the top, you're just going to give a little extra pressure by pulling up to increase that stretch. Very important, once you get here, you don't just want to hold a lot of tension, you want to relax and breathe. So deep breaths. And as I breathe and exhale, I'm releasing that tension. I'm allowing it to get up a little bit higher. And I'm starting to gain that mobility. So a few sets, take 3 to 5 deep breaths on that. And that's the first progression. From there, what I also like to do to work on this pattern is a leg lowering drill. So this is working actually from the top down now, which is another great way to build this pattern. So we're going to start with a band on this one. You can also use a strap, but a band again offers a little more variable assistance to this, so you have to use your leg. And so we're going to wrap it around the ball of the foot. We're going to set up with both legs up. Now this allows you to get more up close to 90 degrees to the top position that we want to get to. And you're just going to maintain this leg up in the air, toes flexed up as you drop the other one all the way to the ground. From there, a couple deep breaths again. Relax, come back up. So that's a leg lowering drill that you can really start training from the top down. Get to the position you want to get to first, and then maintain that as you lower the other leg. If you can't quite get to the floor first, you can just take a roller or another prop. Make it a little easier to maintain that top leg up there as you go down. So whatever you can maintain, the idea is to get up close to 90 degrees or straight up, and then drop down as you hold that position. Lastly, if you don't have a strap or a band, you can still do a good leg lowering exercise. You just use a desk or a doorway or something that you have handy. So to do that, we're going to start up pretty close to it. Again, the goal is to get up to the top first with your toes flexed up and work down. So you can prop up here, breathe from that position, come back up. And we can do a couple reps and start moving in closer to get a little more mobility. So that gives you a couple of drills you can start working on right away to improve your leg raise pattern. Again, very important mobility pattern to be able to own so that you can do anything from walking to running to stair climbing without worrying about injury.